Good evening, councillors, officers, member of the press. Welcome to the Planning Committee meeting of this day, the 11th of January. I'll start with the first item on the agenda, which is apologies for absence.
Apologies from Councillor Stefan Gabsha.
Thank you. Okay, item number 2, declarations of interest. Do we have any this evening? No. Okay, thank you. Let's move on to item number 3 then, which is to approve the minutes of the last planning committee held on the 14th of December 2021. Proposed by Councillor Roman, seconded by Councillor Plant. Thank you. All those in favour? Thank you. That's carried. And item number 4 is public participation. I see there is no one here. That's this evening. Do we have anyone online? No. Okay, thank you. Let's move on to plans new, item 5 on the agenda. If you could turn to page 11 on your agendas. Okay, so as before, Jodie will only be commenting on this. Are you going to comment on all of them? Oh, there you go.
Is that
sorry
for you?
Yeah.
You were so involved when you were like, I'm gonna do them.
Or is it because of the neighbourhood plan?
Yeah,
You're a bit more relaxed now.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's good. Okay, so plans new. Let's start with the first one, P21 S5117. It's a household application and it's for 83 Harpston Road. Any proposals?
What are you going to do?
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry, I'm so used to not having her. I'm going to be able to just take a holiday next time. Sorry, go ahead, Jodie.
Okay, so this falls within the conservation area and is covered by Article 4 to control forms of permitted development at the front elevation. However, I do note that there's a range of sizes and styles of windows along this road and similar extensions to the rear, so I have no objections.
Thank you. Councillor Plant, do you have your hand up?
Approval.
Seconded by Councillor Romans, thank you. Would any other councillor like to speak? No? Okay, let's put this to the vote then. All those in favour of approval? Thank you, that's carried. And the second item on the agenda is P21 SS177. Sorry, that's S5177, household application for 25 Queen Street. Jodie.
No objections.
Thank you. Any proposals, Councillor Romans?
Approval.
Seconded, Councillor Plants. Would any other councillor like to speak? No? Okay, let's put this to the vote then. All those in favour of approval? Thank you, that's carried. And the next item on the agenda is P21 S5178, listed building, and it's 74 Bell Street. Jodie.
Subject to the satisfaction of the conservation officer, if you've got any objections.
Okay, thank you. Councillors, Councillor Romans, your proposal.
Approval subject to the conservation officer giving the okay.
Okay, seconded, Councillor Plant, thank you. Would any other councillor like to speak? No, okay, all those in favour of approval, subject to the conservation officer. Thank you, that's carried. And the next one is P21 S5189. It's a household application and it's 157 Reading Road. Jodie.
Although this is noted it's in the conservation area, it's single story rear extension, which would protrude as far as the neighbouring properties. They've also incorporated the conservation style roof lights at the front, so no objections. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillors, any proposals? Councillor Plant. Seconded, Councillor Clark, thank you. Would any other councillor like to speak? No, okay, all those in favour of approval? Thank you, that's carried. And the next item on the agenda is P21 S5201. It's a listed building consent for 13 Hop Gardens. Jodie.
No objections. I propose it in wood frames. So that's good. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Councillors, Councillor Romans.
Approval.
Thank you. Seconded by Councillor Plant. Thank you. Would any other councillor like to speak? Okay, all those in favour of approval? Thank you, that's carried. And next one is P21 S5207. It's a household application and it's 57 Mount View. Jodie.
So it's a single story rear and side extension shouldn't be overly impact on the community of neighbouring property or the character of the area. I know there's no comments received from neighbours, so no objections. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Clark? Thank you. Seconded by Councillor Buckley. Thank you. Would any other councillor like to speak? No, all those in favour of approval? Thank you, it's carried. Right, next one, P21 S5223. It's a household application, Drummond House, which is 76A St Mark's Road. Jodie.
So yeah, this could have some impact on the neighbouring properties amenity of number 76 St Mark's Road, and they do have windows on the closest elevation. I don't think it would be overly detrimental to the impact of the character of the area or the street scene. I have no overriding objections to it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Councillors. Councillor Romans. Approved. Seconded by Councillor Plant. Any other councillor like to speak? Councillor
Yeah, I'm
Howard?
going to speak against that. Chair, I went to look at it actually today, and it's probably an infill site. There's a lot of these infill sites, and they built a certain type of house there to get planning permission in the past. And all this is going to do is just going to bring out boundary to boundary. And the house next door, it actually 7 floors down the bottom. And it's definitely going to affect the light to their property and the sunlight as well. So for that reason, as I say, I think it's just totally overwhelming for that site. And as such, I couldn't support what's being proposed.
Would you mind just clarifying something for me?
Yeah.
There's a height difference, isn't there, with the house, with the two houses?
That's right, yes.
Is it
Yes.
really quite, the grading quite steep?
Yeah, it's enough, but it's just going to take it right up to the boundary. And the other house, obviously 74, is almost built at the boundary as well. But it's an infill, I imagine an infill site, hence the 76A, and I just think it's just too much for the site. It will be totally overwhelming to number 74, rather than 76. Right? Okay. That's joking.
Okay, thank you. Would any other councillor like to speak before I put this to the vote? Yes,
I've
Councillor
got a
Buckley.
question, and it's more of the services seem to be house bigger, and I'm not sure what the whole plans are around having the size of houses. Are we allowing houses to grow? Are we looking to try and keep houses at certain sizes? It was only in relation to the Hamley Society comments.
Yeah, the housing mix. I mean, I think it's a really important point. But primary legislation is there. You know, that there isn't anything to basically object to when it comes to housing mix, unfortunately, unless it's new development. That's as far as I understand it. Jodie, did you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm right, aren't I? Yeah. Okay. Does that answer your question? Yeah. Okay. Would any other councillor like to speak? No. Okay. Let's put this to the vote then. We've got a motion for approval, and it's been seconded. All those in favour? 1, 2, 3. All those against? Abstaining? No. Against? Yeah. Okay. So that's fallen. Councillor Arlott, would you like to make a proposal?
I propose that our observation is for refusal due to the overbearing and the loss of sunlight to 76 St Mark's Road. There definitely is a loss of sunlight. So,
Yeah.
the overbearing nature of the proposal was the loss of sunlight to 76.
Okay. Thank you. I'll second that. Okay, let's put this to the vote. All those in favour? All those against? Okay, that's carried. Thank you. And the next is P21 S5288. It's a household application. 1 Northfield End. Jodie. Okay, thank you. Oh, actually, can we do the one over the page together? We've got it's listed building as well. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, because we've got lots of time otherwise we're just going to be standing around. So let's, yeah, good proposal.
We can support our local business.
Okay, right, let's deal with the household side then, 1 Northfield End. And it's, Jodie,
No sections.
Okay. Did you already say that? I can't remember. Okay, councillors, councillor Plant.
I'll propose both again.
Okay, we've got a motion for approval, seconded by councillor Buckley. Would any other councillor like to speak? No, okay, all those in favour? Okay, thank you. Okay, let's just quickly touch on the list of building consent then, Jodie.
We are.
Same. Same, right, can we have a proposal? Councillor Plant, councillor Buckley, seconded, thank you. All those in favour? Thank you, that's carried. Right, let's move on to the next part of the agenda, which is 6 objections calling applications. Do we have any? No? Okay, I see none, so that's nothing to.
If you not want to call it,
Call in.
possibly. Can't wait that.
Okay, next one, 7 decision notices. That's just to note them. Thank you. And number 8 is the transport strategy group, pages 17 to 19. This is just a note, isn't it? There's nothing really want to pass through. Is that the only one to pass through is actually the next one on the agenda?
Yes, and there's a recommendation to go to RMA
Yeah.
later.
Thank you. Okay, so just to note the draft minutes there.
Can I speak?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, page 19, the HGV environmental weight restriction. I'm not sure it's sort of local news tonight, but they pulled the plug on Burford and for the HGVs. We're going to start letting HGVs go through Burford. Yeah, it seems strange to me because obviously with the Liberals and the Greens running the council, I find it a very strange decision that they've made. I think basically what they've said is that the reason for doing it is because it's just shifted the HGVs into other areas.
Is it Liberals and Greens who run West Oxfordshire?
No, actually, this is this will just come under
Oxfordshire County Council is the same. Yeah.
So it does seem a strange decision, but I think with our one, the way kind of Stephen's moving with this one, is to look at all these different areas, rather than look at Henley in isolation, is to start looking at all these other villages around here and see what happens, where the traffic will exactly go. Will it go to main roads or will it start going through villages? So I think with the one from Henley, I think this will still be ongoing. Depending on where we can shift the HGVs to, rather than the Burford one, it seems to say, well, they pushed this through to other smaller villages. Well, that's what seemed to come back on the report anyway. So I think we meet on the 24th of January. So we'll obviously discuss it then.
Yeah. Okay, thank you for the update. Okay, so let's move on to the next item, which is, sorry, Councillor Plant.
On that, because they kept kind of saying to us that we needed to wait to see what happened with Burford as what's happening now. So we're going to need a pretty compelling case as to why we are different or something different would happen to stop them just saying, it didn't work in Burford, sorry. Because that's basically what they said to us for the last few years. We'll see what happens in Burford before even look. It's just too easy for them to go, it doesn't work, unless we can come up with a compelling reason why we're different.
Yeah, I think what else the report said as well, that they're going to look at it now county-wide, rather than just look at specific towns. So maybe that's what they're proposing to do.
Oh, I see.
I think the unfortunate thing with Burford, I think they put about 130k into this. They've got a lot of money into this, which to me has just been literally thrown down the drain. And if it is, I think Oxfordshire County Council should probably cough up a bit of money to go back to Burford for the plug on this.
And it was definitely the Oxfordshire County Council, not the planning authority that's pulled it.
No, Oxfordshire County Council.
Sorry, Councillor Plant.
I was going to say, who would pay for the traffic because even the traffic modelling that we've done in Henley's been pretty expensive. So who's going to pay someone like Stantec to model the distribution change in HGVs that wouldn't go over Henley Bridge? Us. County-wide across the board.
Well,
Okay, let's move on.
Councillor Clark. Councillor Clark, you would like to-
Councillor Clark, sorry, go ahead.
I did bring this up about Burford quite a while ago. Burford was a one-way road down through the M40. Well, I said it would never work.
It's not a one-way road.
It's a main road going straight down through Burford. And there's over the bridge, how it's become this way.
That's right, but it's not one way.
No, it's one way, no, it's
pushing the main street.
It just means it's one artery there, just.
one artery.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have the same problem with Henley. With Henley, it's a main road.
Yeah,
And
Okay.
you won't be able to stop it.
yeah,
It's
Yeah.
what I've read in the Henley Standard. All the other villages around Henley, which outside of Henley, wow, they're all up in arms over it. Where are they going to push the traffic to? Basically, east. There will be roads. Apart from Henley, over the bridge, is the main road.
Right, so let's move on. Number 10, the stopping up of, no, sorry, we're still on number 9, which is funding for diffusion tubes. Can you turn to pages 21 to 22? There's a straightforward proposal here. Do you want to speak to this quickly?
Speak to it very quickly. That's not that we're in a particular rush. So this report is asking for the committee to approve funding to spend some of the money that we have for transport strategy projects under planning committee's control. So £300 for 12 months worth of diffusion tubes. So these are put up around the town by volunteers, and they measure the nitrogen dioxide, the nitrous dioxide levels around Henley, and they have been showing increased levels, but it provides us with additional measures in comparison with the SODC monitors that we've got around Henley. So for not a huge expense, it gives us quite a lot of valuable information, and we do have plenty of money in our budget, and we may lose it if we don't spend it.
Okay. Any questions before we go to a motion? Okay, well, I'm actually going to just propose from the chair that this committee resolves to approve this request. Seconded, Councillor Rowlands, thank you. All those in favour? All those against? Thank you, that's carried. Okay, so let's move to the next item on the agenda, which is item number 10, which is the stopping up of highway order. Page 23 to 25. Would Jodie or Kath like to speak to this?
I can speak to this.
Yeah.
So this is down where you go down Newtown Road past the garage and the Medlock lighting, and then turn right towards Henley Manor Care Home. Basically, it seems quite odd because what they're proposing to stop at is, as far as I can work out from the plans and from having gone down there to look, it's not actually highway as such, it's grass verge with trees on. It's clearly within the ownership area of Anderson House. It will still leave the pavement with quite a wide curve on the corner, and then pavement going round to Henley Manor Care Home. It just seems that it's by through use, it's been assumed to be highway, so they need to do a stopping up order in order to be able to develop the site at Anderson House.
Okay, thank you. Would any other councillor have any questions before we go for a motion? No, yes, Councillor Buckley.
The only question I've got is there any other motive for the stopping up, or is it just a belt and braces thing on their behalf? Is it why are they actually doing it? Why are they applying for it? Because I read the letters, I read the things around it, and it doesn't look particularly exactly. So is there anything that, if we do grant it, does it authorize something else we want to do? That's the
Jodie, any observations? Kath?
No, I don't, sorry, I don't have actually any particular comments for councillor Buckley. I mean, the land in question is part of the development site for Anderson House, and it's within their ownership. And as I say, I don't think it affects the public access round that corner towards Henley Manor Care Home. We weren't actually consulted on this. We weren't asked to give an opinion. It was just, it appeared in the Henley Standard as an official notice. So it was picked up from there. So we don't have to return any comment at all, but if we do want to return a comment, I think it's by the 14th January.
I mean, if Jodie's got nothing to do, she wants to write a comment.
Councillor Arlett, did you want to say anything to dispute?
Yeah, I've been there twice now to look at this, and I've never seen anything like this before, having a stopping up order on your own land, which to me means it must have been highway land in the first place. The question, I think, goes a bit farther, where did it lead to, or did it lead to anywhere? It's any of this other land which goes on from it, it's any of this highway land as well, originally. This is obviously where your footpath was, which we're looking at the moment, footpath going from Mill Lane through to Newtown Road. No, it's on the other side of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I'm just wondering if this here, if this is highway land, which it seems to be. It does seem just strange that it should come to an end there. That said, the pavement's the same. The pavement is a dead end there. I can't see where that where farther from the way it is at the moment. I just think it didn't look right, as we were saying before, it seemed there was a kind of ulterior motive to it for some reason, but we can't seem to find what that may be. So, all that said, do we write to them and support the stop up, and also mention that we hope there was no further highway land going on there. That will then give them something to think about. It just seems a bit strange that you've got that piece of land there, which was, I would imagine, that Catholic is no different. It does seem to be highway land.
We could just ask them, couldn't we? And just clarify that we want to make sure that this definitely is not public highway.
Yeah, I was more concerned about your footpath, because
I don't think it's actually got anything to do with the footpath, because the footpath was on the other side.
well, the dotted line going through there, I'm not sure what that other dotted line is either.
I think it'd be unlikely to clarify an ulterior motive through a polite request. Seeing as they haven't asked us to comment in the first place, I hardly think they're going to write that. Thanks for bringing that to our attention. What we're actually doing is.
I'm sure if we go back to Sam and Sarah, they may be able to answer.
The only thing I can think is that perhaps Hallmark have gone back to the people, because it's the same people who own Anderson House that sold Hallmark the land. Yeah. And they've gone back and said, look, can you put it on your side? That's the only thing I can think.
I don't think it makes a great deal of difference.
Because this Anderson House company did actually offer, didn't they try to do some wheeling and dealing with Henley Town Council about this and say, right, if you approve X, Y, and Z, because we all know it doesn't happen like that anyway, but they did try, didn't they, and say, we'll give access between Newtown Road and Mill Lane.
Did that come from Manor Home?
It did, yeah, it did. And they blocked it up, which they had no right to do, and still don't have any right to do. Yeah, that's the only thing I can think. Should we just agree to just go and clarify that point to make sure that that definitely is not highway? That's the only thing I mean, we can mention about the footpaths on the other side of but I don't think they're going to be interested, are they? because it's on the other side of the border of the boundary.
Which bit do you want to clarify? Isn't
This
highway?
bit, the shaded bit.
But I think what they're saying is that they think it's become highway through through continual use. Yes, it may have attracted highway rights through use by the general public.
Yeah.
So that's why they're doing the stopping up order.
Shall we say that?
Is it because people are parking there all the time?
No, they're not, no, well, they are, well, people parking on the pavement. They're not parking on this piece of land here.
Right.
No.
This is the car park. This
So
is the
do we say then, Chairman, we support the stopping up order subject to, it doesn't affect any other right of way going from Newtown Road to Mill Lane? What if we write that?
Yeah, happy with that?
Yeah.
Okay, councillors, are you happy with that solution? Did you hear?
Yeah, so I'm just trying to look at our map. Is all they're trying to do stop where people are parking on the verge?
No, they're parking on.
Yeah,
the
you see
footpath there.
where the soil is and the trees?
Yeah.
That's the shaded in section.
So the only thing I can think of is that people are using that in the car park and just walking through the trees, so they're just basically taking a shortcut on the corner.
Cutting off the corner.
Yeah.
Mm.
In which case, it should be that now.
Well, the footpath's going to stay there.
No, 100%. But at the moment, you can see from like the pit, you've obviously been down there, but
Yeah.
they're just actually parking on all that shaded area as well. So this is the private car park that used to be
That's
on
right,
one hand.
yeah.
This is obviously the road, but like this bit of avenue shows perfectly. He's literally parked in the shaded area for some reason.
Yeah, they're only parked on the footpath, they're not parked on this piece of land here, definitely. It's solely on the footpath there, it's 2 cars there.
So,
Yeah.
councillors, are you happy with that solution? Yeah? Okay, let's go for that then, thank you. Right, so, item number 11, which is the progress report for applications called in on page 27. Any updates, any queries?
Actually, one of the interesting ones is the fourth from the bottom Treetops House, where it could have planning permission for 2 houses.
Yeah,
They've now applied for 3, that seems to have gone very quiet as well. Not follow up on that one.
yeah, they've gone for a block of flats, haven't they?
No, they've gone for three houses.
Okay. Okay,
Yes, another question out there. We take the 10, sorry.
yeah, take that one out. Have we got another item? We haven't got a progress report today because we've got another committee meeting following us. So thank you very much for your contributions and your